It's Christmas time, everybody. Christmas time, Christmas. And you know what that means. That means Lego. When I was a tyke, I bloody loved this stuff. You couldn't get it away from me. I've got such vivid memories of playing with the original Harry Potter set, some of the Star Wars ones as well. As it got a little bit older, it was more Harry Potter, and as it got a little bit older than that, it was more Star Wars. You know what, this Christmas, I'm saying let's give Doctor Who the limelight, because let's be fair, lads, it's never gonna be a good time for Doctor Who's sets. The franchise, it's in such an ebb and flow, especially with the casting of Jodie, which I'm all for, obviously, but everyone's got such ants in their pants about it. But look, at the end of the day, whoever the cast, no one's going to be happy about it. And the general osmosis of the series is such that it's never going to be a good time for Doctor Who. So I'm saying, before the series gets way too out there and way too old, let's have a licensed theme. Let's have a line. As Star Wars, also because now Star Wars is wrapped up, we don't have that dominating the Christmas toy market every year. So it's absolute perfect prime time to swoop in with some good old-fashioned sci-fi sets for Doctor Who. And the way I've worked this, I'm going to talk more about this, but Lego has a very specific pricing structure and a sort of pricing tier, which I do bend the rules a little bit with this. I'm going to lean more on the generous side with this, but as this is a Christmas line, you want diversity. We're talking Secret Santas, we're talking kids getting the first Lego set for the first time, and we're also talking, absolute freaking geeks who are going to put it on the bookshelves and then quiz every girlfriend that they have around to name every Doctor Who actor in one. It is the season after all. So yeah, don't even worry about it. It's Christmas, everybody. Let's talk about some Lego Doctor Who. In 2013, Lego acquired the license to Doctor Who, and has since done sweet fuck all with it. No, I tell a lie. They made one set that cleverly bridged the gap between Matt Smith leaving and Peter Capaldi starting.
Fuckity bye.
As well as a Lego Dimensions pack. But they basically hoard themselves with Lego Dimensions. What didn't get a set? Fucking Goonies? Come on. You think it was for kids? Now, clearly, they had some ideas in the pocket as far back as then. They clearly were already thinking of Lego Mario, Hidden Side, and of course, Harry Potter, which wiped the floor with any potentials for other franchises. Why would you need them? However, I think it's time. I think in line with the soft reboot, I think it's time that we bring the sets back from the dead. One wave, that's all you need. In line with all the pricing structures that you'd expect. Now, do I think that Lego give a shit about the older fans? Well, yeah or no. In reality, I think they'd probably do a Tom Baker set. They might do a one-off, a First Doctor polybag for a Comic-Con, and then, yeah, absolutely, they'd make like 28 million Jodie Whittaker sets, and that'd be about it. But my suggestion, it's fair, it's level, it's everyone gets a little bit. New fans, old fans, don't even worry about it. You will see that Cybermen and Daleks don't feature very heavily throughout the set, but I'm saying I don't really consider them to be proper minifigures, so you just sprinkle them in. Whenever you fit, With the licensed themes, there's generally a pretty strict pricing structure, but with the £15 and £30 tiers, I'm giving us two options because it's a pretty big wave, and I think you could bank in. So straight up, we've got the first £15 set. It'll be called Rose. This is going to pay homage to the episode that started it all. The set is a tidy little number. It includes Rose, 9, and a build with an Auton or 2 for good measure. It's simple, it's succinct, it's nice.
Nice.
Set number 2 will be called Doctor Who The Movie. And this will feature a version of the 7th Doctor with a grey hairpiece swap out, so you can make him the old version that appears in the film, or you can make him the classic version, and it'll have the 8th Doctor, and like a mini build, probably a small TARDIS build, or maybe like a police car or something. The £20 set will be called Classic Who. It'll be the 1st and 2nd Doctor with a vintage TARDIS build. It'll have Susan and a classic monster. I hear you thinking, well, why have the monster or Susan? Why not swap it out with Pertwee? Hold on to him. So the first £30 set, it's called Back to the 80s. Originally I had thought about maybe doing like a trio set, like a Women in Science sort of set with 3 mini builds for the 4th, 5th and 6th Doctor. But, do you remember what I said earlier about how 4 is the most bankable Doctor? Like, Americans or all over the world, if you're not familiar with Doctor Who, most people know about the scarf, the coat and the hat. It's Tom Baker, he's just hit it in his stride. The iconography of the Tom Baker era is second to none. so we're going to bank on this with the £30 set. We are going to throw the 5th Doctor in there, just like they did with the Ideas set. So you know how it's basically a Matt Smith set with Capaldi, or it's a Capaldi set with Smith, depending on how you look at it. So it'll have 4th Doctor, Sarah Jane Smith, a couple of monsters, 5 will be knocking about, a K9 brick build. You don't have to have the TARDIS here, you could have just some sort of like contemporary British sort of fold out thing with a couple of play features and like a slide down Big Ben. I don't know, you figure it out. So the second £30 set will be called The Woman Who Fell to Earth. It's the first that will include Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. It'll have Yaz and Ryan. Yaz will be in a policewoman uniform, Ryan will have a football with him, and it'll have a little Sheffield tram build with a little bit of a raised track, very similar to an aqueduct, and then it'll have Tim Shaw in it as well. Will it have Graham? No, he's on the bench for now. Now the first £40 set will be called Utopia. This is going to have the 10th Doctor, Martha, Chanto and Captain Jack, and the Master, who will be in the form of 2 figures. You see, in this set, you'll have a portion of the lab build, but you'll also have a small slither of Ten's TARDIS that'll have a kind of play feature where you could put the Derek Jacobi minifigure in, switch them around, and then it's the John Sim Master. Now we jump up to the £70 build. This will be another Jodie set, and it will definitely include Graham. I'm saying let's go with that scene from Spyfall where they were chasing through the vineyards of California. So you've got a couple of motorbikes. You could throw in the Master as well, a couple of Jadoon maybe, I don't know if they were in that episode, it all kind of melds into one. And Graham is in this set, and he's in a little tuxedo and he looks lovely. And finally, your Ultimate Collector's Series, £130 or however much it would need to be, the TARDIS. This one has all 13 Doctors. You heard that right, all 13 Doctors. It's got a decent sized TARDIS playset with a couple of little rooms in the back. It's got the console, all the rest of it. Just think the level of detailing we've got with the Great Hall of the UCS Millennium Falcon and triple it. In fact, you might as well triple the price at that point. What am I saying, 130 quid? 130 quid might get you like, I don't know, the door and a couple of Doctors. This has got all of them. It's got a display piece. So this is where the 3rd and the 6th Doctor will come in, who are missing from the lines, as well as 11 and 12 reprints. It's all good. You'll have a little display piece at the front where you can line up all your Doctors. It'll have little Easter eggs here and there. Yeah, at that price you could absolutely throw in a couple of companions. I don't really mind who you do. I think if you've got all the Doctors, it opens you up to be able to swap and change it. To clarify, this will be the TARDIS from the Eccleston Tennant run. I think it's the most iconic look. It just really defines New Who. So yeah, technically you'll be swapping out Doctors that don't exist in that continuity. Sure hope someone got fired for that blunder. But hey ho, it's time travel, don't even worry about it. You'll have a couple of polybags for like the bigger monsters, and a collectible minifigure series that'll include Dalek, Cyberman, Slitheen, the Absorbaloff.
It tastes like chicken.
Different versions of the costumes, like the Doctor in that weird orange spacesuit that he likes to wear sometimes. A lot of stuff like that. So you see what I was going for. It's a level playing field. It evens it out. There's some for the newies, there's some for the oldies. Season 2 could go a little bit more niche. You see, the beauty about Season 2 is that you've already got your oldies out of the way. You've already got your classic Doctors out of the way. It's like, how many sets do people want with, like, I don't know, the 3rd Doctor, really? Like, he never left Earth, for Christ's sake. Like, what are you even doing? Put some effort in. Do you know what I mean? So, like, your second series could go more niche into Jodie's run, and you could do some more niche episodes from Eccleston, Tennant, and Smith. Don't even worry about it.